57-yard run
by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown!
Marshawn Lynch, unbelievable!
You play fantasy football?
Get ready.
Yeah, 2 leagues.
Okay. Dating anybody recently?
For Gary Busey's League of Gentlemen.
I didn't think so.
Hello, friends. I'm Rob McLary, filling in for Bob Costco, who's busy spraying a small child with a hose. Week 4 is finally upon us, which means that it's officially fall. Which sadly means that the Western girls are no longer wearing their skimpy little outfits. But at least they're wearing boots and Uggs, which I find particularly sexy. You know, sometimes I find myself just following these girls around all day. I'm a very busy person, as you know. You know, this one...
You are as creepy as a real serial killer. For real.
And that was the 5th time I was served with a restraining order. Well, on today's podcast, we have one of the greatest QBs in NFL history joining us. Yes, Jim Sorgi will be stopping by, but first, let's take a look at some of this week's games.
Oh, absolutely. My favorite team's in it. The Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, ever since I was a boy, I've always loved the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, they're good, but I wouldn't count out the Denver Broncos.
The top-ranked Rudolph the Red Zone Danger Squad meets up with the third-ranked the Vic NATO. Vic NATO is coming off their first loss of the season, but they are eager to rebound and prove they can hang with the big dogs, as opposed to just drowning and electrocuting them. Vic NATO owner Robbie Timmerman told me earlier this week that due to having the blackest team in the league, he is bound to dominate. After all, who doesn't love a dominant black man?
Black people are different than you and I.
Historically, Captain Crunch has been very good, while Peyton's pacifiers have been mediocre at best. But perhaps 2013 is the beginning of a new era for these franchises. I spoke with Pacifiers running backs coach Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas earlier this week to discuss the change of fortunes for his team. But all he really talked about was how he played Vega in Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. I didn't even know that was a movie. I'll be sure to check it out because there's just something about an Asian girl that can fight that really makes my bull run.
That'll make your bull run.
To get a feel for what's going on around the league this week, we've brought in former Colts QB Jim Sorgi. So Jim, let's talk about Cam's team. They took on the Vic NATO last week and scored a huge victory. Did they know they could win that game?
Well, I had a feeling all week we were going to play a good game. You knew it was going to be a tough test. You knew they brought a lot of weapons. You knew they brought a lot defensively and offensively. But going into the game, you knew we had a shot. It was just we had so many guys banged up. It was just a rough week injury-wise, and then the whole Trent Richardson thing that they didn't know. It was one of those games where you knew we could play with them, but you knew if things didn't go right, things could go bad quickly.
Interesting. I enjoy that you keep saying we like you're an actual player. Now, Jim, you've played with the Red Zone Dangers' Peyton Manning, and you've followed Jungle Love's Andrew Luck quite closely. Do you think Luck is as good as Manning yet?
Well, he's still got a long way to go to get to what Peyton Manning has done in his career, obviously. But just games like yesterday, I mean, the fact that we can win that game 27-7, him not throw a touchdown pass, run for a touchdown, and just manage that game to the point where he's not turning the ball over. We're not giving him a short field to go to score. We make him go the long way. He's picking up third downs in the second half when you need to pick up third downs. And he's just being smart. He's not taking big hits. We had a lot of shuffling on the offensive line. And that's what I remember from Peyton Manning. He never took that big hit. We had our starting center out yesterday. Our starting left guards out for the season. We're shuffling the offensive line around. And he does such a good job of getting rid of the ball, not taking a big hit, running when he needs to run and pick up first downs and getting down. And it's just, he's so smart. He knows the game so well that the fact that he can just go out there and maneuver a game like that to put us in a great position to win the game, I thought it was one of the best games he ever played.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Jim. I know you're a busy guy, and can I just say that I've never seen someone hold a clipboard as well as you do?
You are the worst human being I have ever met.
As always, remember to get your Survivor Pool picks in, folks. And can I just point out how right I was for a moment? If you want some advice, I'd take Henrik Stenson to win the Tour Championship this weekend. In case you didn't know, Stenson went on to win by 3 shots. So if you want some advice for your Survivor Pools this week, may I suggest to you the Minnesota Lynx over the Phoenix Mercury in WNBA action? Those Amazonian women can handle my balls any day.
See ya.
Gary Busey's League of Gentlemen podcast.
The first baseball game was played in 1846. Okay, there was a baseball game once delayed, if you look in the box score, for Ice Age. Okay, this is an old sport. I mean, the NBA is an infant. The NFL is a newborn. In Major League Baseball, they've been playing for like 175 years. They've been playing baseball in this country. Okay, dinosaurs used to swoop down. A pterodactyl once swooped down and ate a second baseman. They have been playing this for a long time. When baseball first started, Bud Selig was only 11. That's how old it is.